Have you ever noticed that when you arrive home, your front door almost always swings inward, toward you into your living space, rather than outward into the world? It's such a small, everyday detail that most of us never question it. But the moment you do, it starts to feel oddly specific. Why not the other way around? Wouldn't an outward opening door be just as functional? Maybe even more convenient in some situations. It turns out that simple swing direction is shaped by a mix of safety, practicality, tradition, and even a bit of history. And once you see the reasons behind it, you'll never look at a door the same way again. Today, we will uncover why something as ordinary as a door opens the way it does, right here, on History of Simple Things. At first glance, the direction a door opens might seem like a matter of preference, but in reality, it's often dictated by building design and how people interact with spaces. In most houses, especially modern homes, doors are designed to open inward primarily because it makes entering and exiting smoother and more controlled. Imagine arriving home during a storm, juggling groceries, or trying to unlock your door in the rain. If the door opened outward, you'd have to step back, possibly into the elements, just to pull it open. With an inward opening door, you can step forward, turn the handle, and move straight inside, using your body weight to push the door open naturally. There's also a strong safety element involved, though not always in the way people expect. One of the biggest concerns in home design is preventing obstructions and hazards outside the house. If a door opens outward, anything placed near it, like a package, a plant, or even snow buildup, can block it from opening fully. In colder regions, snowdrifts can pile up against outward opening doors, effectively trapping people inside. Even in milder climates, something as simple as a fallen object or debris could create an unexpected barrier. An inward opening door avoids that problem entirely because the space it swings into is controlled and usually kept clear. Another key factor is security. Inward opening doors are generally easier to reinforce. The door frame, hinges, and locking mechanisms are all located on the inside, making them less accessible to tampering. With outward opening doors, hinges are often exposed on the outside, which could, in theory, make them more vulnerable if not properly designed. While modern security hinges and reinforced frames can solve this issue, traditional inward opening doors naturally offer a simpler layer of protection by keeping critical components inside the home. But interestingly, not all doors are designed this way. In many commercial buildings like offices, theaters, and public spaces, doors often open outward. That's because of a completely different priority: emergency safety. In places where large numbers of people gather, outward opening doors allow crowds to exit quickly during emergencies. If people panic and rush toward an exit, an inward opening door could become dangerously blocked by the pressure of the crowd. This difference highlights how door design isn't arbitrary. It's tailored to the needs of the space and the behavior of the people using it. Back in residential settings, space efficiency also plays a subtle but important role. Inside a home, layouts are typically planned with furniture placement and movement in mind. An inward opening door can be positioned so it swings against a wall or into a clear area, minimizing disruption. An outward opening door, on the other hand, could interfere with walkways, hit someone passing by, or collide with another door nearby. Especially in neighborhoods where houses are close together, an outward swinging door could even extend into shared or public space, which isn't always practical or allowed. Cultural norms and building codes have helped reinforce this standard over time. In many parts of the world, residential construction guidelines assume inward opening entry doors as the default. Builders, architects, and manufacturers design with this expectation in mind, which means most homes end up following the same pattern. Once a design becomes widespread, it tends to stick, not necessarily because alternatives are worse, but because consistency makes construction simpler and more predictable. That said, there are exceptions. In some regions, especially areas prone to strong winds or hurricanes, outward opening doors are actually preferred. These doors can be more resistant to being pushed inward by high wind pressure, making them structurally advantageous in extreme weather. But even in these cases, the doors are specially designed with reinforced hinges, frames, and locking systems to maintain security and durability. It's a reminder that the standard isn't universal. It adapts based on environment and risk. Another subtle advantage of inward opening doors is control. When you open a door inward, you're naturally positioned behind it, which gives you a sense of control over the space you're entering. It creates a small buffer between you and the outside world. This might seem psychological, but it plays into how people experience comfort and privacy at home. The act of stepping in and closing the door behind you feels contained and secure, almost like drawing a boundary between inside and outside. So when you put it all together, the reason most house doors open inward isn't due to a single rule. It's the result of multiple practical considerations layering on top of each other. Ease of use, safety from obstructions, better security, efficient use of space, historical habits, and even psychological comfort all play a role. It's a design decision that has been tested over time, refined through experience, and quietly standardized across generations. Thank you for watching. If you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the history of simple things. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more stories woven through the smallest details.